This video is all about the top 5 reasons me and my family decided to move to Surrey. Look, if you're considering moving to anywhere in Canada, maybe anywhere in British Columbia, you're definitely going to want to consider Surrey BC as part of your list. And this video is going to give you the top 5 reasons that me and my family decided to call it home. You're going to want to make sure you hang around to the very end as well, because I'm going to let you know how to find the absolute best price homes in the entire city of Surrey just by watching one simple video. So if you want to know where that video is and the content of today's video sounds good, let's get into it. Hey, my name is Darren, a realtor with McDonald Realty and team leader of the German Group. If this is your first time on this channel and you want to know everything there is to know about Surrey BC, White Rock BC, or BC real estate in general, you're going to want to consider hitting the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the updates we're releasing on a regular basis, and now you'll be the first to know. People just like you are booking online meetups with us every single day to learn more about the neighborhoods that we serve, like Surrey and White Rock, and the good news is we're here to help. Whether you're looking to move in the next 9 days, 90 days, or even 9 months, feel free to use the online link provided to set up a meetup with me and my team, and we can let you know how we can ensure that your move to Surrey, White Rock, or any of the surrounding municipalities is the absolute best that it could ever be. All right, so when you're moving, let's say you're moving from another country outside of Canada, or maybe you're moving from another province within Canada, and you're considering British Columbia. As I mentioned at the start of the video, you're definitely going to want to consider Surrey BC for a wide variety of reasons. But for the purposes of this video, I've narrowed it down to my top 5 favorite of exactly why me and my family decided to call Surrey home. Relocating your family is a big decision. Moving from somewhere to a new community is an even bigger decision. And here's the thing, you do not want to get it wrong. Buying a home in a community that you're not in love with is a terrible idea, and it can be an incredibly costly mistake as well, because you simply might end up having to sell the home you just bought because you're so unhappy with the decisions that you made. And I get it, scouring the internet, you're doing as much research as you possibly can to try and not make a misstep. You work far too hard for your money to go down the road of regret when it comes time to finding your new home. You're going to want to check out our Living in Surrey playlist for a full spectrum of the good, the bad, and the information about living in Surrey. But with all that being said, let's get into the top 5 reasons right now why I decided to move my family to Surrey BC. The first is the investment. You cannot talk about living in Surrey without talking about it being an incredible investment. In fact, Surrey has been rated multiple times by the Real Estate Investment Network, or REIN, R-E-I-N, showing all the reasons why they think Surrey's such a great place to live as well. Scratch that, not a great place to live, a great place to invest. But even if you're buying for your primary residence, for your family to live in, why not buy somewhere where the investment opportunity and potential is incredible? Here's a quick fact for you. Surrey's population is expected to overtake Vancouver's population by the year 2029. So Surrey is going to be the major city in British Columbia. But here's another stat or figure that I want you to consider. As of right now, the average or benchmark price of a detached home in the city of Surrey versus the benchmark price of a detached home in the city of Vancouver, well, the city of Surrey's home is coming in at $900,000 less than that of Vancouver. So you've got a city that's going to overtake Vancouver in population in the next 5 years, and you're getting a $900,000 discount on the house that you buy. And that's just for a detached home, let alone, we're not talking about condos and townhomes here yet. Surrey is an incredible investment in your family's financial future, and it's a great neighborhood to live for the next 4 reasons I'm going to tell you about right now. Number 2 on the list is Surrey is central, and this is one of my absolute favorite things about living in Surrey because it's so easy to get to other areas of the Lower Mainland. Whether you are committing to Burnaby, New Westminster, Coquitlam, Richmond, Vancouver, Abbotsford, it doesn't matter. You are smack dab in the middle of the Lower Mainland, meaning you can quickly get to these other communities without having to spend all day in your car. Everything's close, but forget about just commuting for maybe day-to-day purposes like work, or maybe you have to go meet some other family members in the Lower Mainland. What about recreation as well? Well, with Surrey being in the Lower Mainland, you are just, depending on where you are in Surrey, you can be as close as a 5 to 10 minute walk to the beach. If the beach isn't your thing and you're more of a mountain person, you are quick to the highway and you can be in the mountains in about an hour and a half to 2 hours, hitting Highway 1 and getting into the Hope and surrounding areas. The mountains in British Columbia are by far the best mountains in all of the world, and I only say that as a proud local because I've never been to any other mountain ranges anywhere else, but they are incredible. But hey, maybe you don't like the mountains and maybe you don't like the beach, but maybe you like doing shopping over the US border and getting cheap gas, because guess what? Surrey's close to that as well. So when it comes to location, when it comes to centralness, you cannot beat living in Surrey. Number 3 on our list is the cost of living or affordability. Surrey is so much more affordable than other areas of the Lower Mainland. And let's not just talk about the cost of living in terms of how much it costs to buy a home. Let's talk about a few things to make sure you get a good understanding of what I'm referring to. Now, I referenced a website called Numbeo where I got some of this information from, and this is what the cost of living looks like in the city of Surrey. The website Numbeo suggests that rent is 15% cheaper in Surrey than that of Vancouver. It also suggests that just buying groceries is 18% cheaper in the city of Surrey than it is in Vancouver. So we've got rent, we've got groceries. Well, do you remember the figure that I gave you earlier on in the video? Housing, specifically detached housing, is 56% cheaper in Surrey than it is in Vancouver. And as you would imagine, it's also not as crowded as Vancouver, and there's more open space, more bigger properties for you and your family to grow. Now, there's a ton of other numbers regarding cost of living that I could share with you, but I think I can sum it up with this. You imagine how much the commercial rents would be to rent commercial space in downtown Vancouver or really anywhere in Vancouver. Naturally, when the rents are high, the landlord or the occupant of that place being rented to the business, well, they need to increase their prices to be able to satisfy the rental amount. Well, in Surrey, with land being so much cheaper, having a lot more space to build, the commercial rents are also cheaper as well, and those businesses are able to pass along the savings to the people that they serve. Number 4 on our list is the school system in Surrey. So Surrey School District is actually the biggest in all of British Columbia. It's great for a variety of reasons like it's got an incredibly diverse student population. It's got engaged and active parents all over the city who want to participate in their children's education and contribute to the school. There is also a plethora of programs available for the kids, and this could be anything along the lines of fine arts, maybe different languages like French immersion programs, business programs, sports programs, and you name it, it's available. Some of the highest ranking schools in not only the Lower Mainland, but also in British Columbia are located in Surrey, according to the Fraser Institute, who is testing students at various grade points on how they are performing academically. But the last thing I will leave you with on this topic is the Surrey School District was actually rated as a BC top employer in 2023. And I would have to believe that if you have happy teachers and happy school staff, you're gonna have happy students that are gonna do well and thrive in the school system. Number 5 and last on our list, but certainly not the last in terms of what helped us decide to call Surrey home, was the immense amount of park space that is available in Surrey all over the city. In fact, you might know that the city of Surrey, its nickname, well, it's actually the City of Parks. Here's some quick stats for you, just about how exciting and how immense the amount of parks is in the city. There is over 800 parks in the city of Surrey, 200 of which come with amenities, and the other 600, well, they have been left to protect natural space and encourage biodiversity. But they are still super cool to visit. There is over 650 kilometers of trails and pathways in the city. And these aren't just limited to like forests. You've also got coastal pathways, gardens, playgrounds, sports fields, you name it, you have it in Surrey. It is the city of parks for a reason. And if you are living an active lifestyle or you have kids that live an active lifestyle, you are absolutely gonna love living in the city of Surrey. So I had promised you as well at the beginning of the video on how to find the homes with the absolute best prices in Surrey, so you can get in at the most affordable level, still getting into a great community throughout the entire city. Well, here's how you do it. This video right here is all about moving to Surrey, BC. And in that video, we show you the areas and how they compare with the benchmark price of housing in each sub area across the entire city. This way, by watching this video, well, you can get the information about the best price homes that the city offers, as well as get further information about the sub area communities. Now, I've got a question for you, and this is what it is. If you're someone that lives in the city of Surrey already, what is the #1 favorite thing to you about living in this area? And if you're someone that is from out of the area, well, same idea, but what is the #1 thing that excites you about the potential of moving to the city of Surrey? Leave your comment in the comment section below. And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any updates about Surrey, White Rock, or BC real estate in general. Cue the music. We'll see you on the next video.